Why are atoms so important in chemistry? Imagine building a house with tiny blocks that are so small you can't see them without special tools. These blocks are what make up everything around us. That's what atoms are. They are the smallest pieces of matter that keep the universe ticking. Without atoms, there would be no matter, no substances, no materials, and no life. They are the foundation of all the stuff we see, touch, and even breathe. Every object, from the air we breathe to the food we eat, is made up of different arrangements of atoms. Understanding what atoms are helps us see how things work on the tiniest level and why they behave the way they do. An atom is made up of a center called the nucleus. Inside the nucleus are particles called protons, which have a positive charge, and neutrons, which have no charge. Orbiting around the nucleus are electrons, which carry a negative charge. The number of protons in an atom tells us what element it is, like carbon or oxygen. The way electrons are arranged around the nucleus influences how atoms bond with each other. These bonds form molecules, which are groups of atoms stuck together. Molecules make up everything from water to the plastics in our electronics. Atoms are important because they explain what makes each material unique. For example, water is made of two hydrogen atoms bonded to one oxygen atom. The way these atoms connect gives water its special properties, like being a liquid at room temperature. Carbon atoms form the backbone of all living things, making up plants, animals, and even us. When atoms bond and react, they create new substances with different features. This process is called a chemical reaction, and it happens all the time in our bodies, in the environment, and in industry. Think about how we breathe in oxygen atoms from the air, or how our bodies break down food into smaller molecules during digestion. These are all chemical reactions involving atoms. The behavior of atoms also influences how materials are made. Steel, for example, is an alloy of iron atoms mixed with carbon atoms to make it stronger. Silicon atoms are used in computer chips because they can be turned into tiny electronic switches. Knowing how atoms work helps scientists develop new medicines, better energy sources, and stronger materials. Everyday chemicals are made up of atoms arranged in specific ways. When we understand these arrangements, we can see why certain substances have their particular qualities. For instance, why salt dissolves in water or why sugar tastes sweet. Atoms and their interactions are the reason behind all these everyday phenomena. By studying atoms, scientists can predict how different substances will behave and how to create new ones that can improve our lives. In the end, atoms are the tiny building blocks that make everything possible. They help us understand the natural world and how it changes. Chemistry is the science that studies these atoms and their interactions. It's a key to unlocking the mysteries of nature and finding new ways to solve problems. Without atoms, there would be no universe as we know it. That's why understanding atoms is so important. It's the first step in understanding everything around us.